Rockstars Lid Show, and I'm here at AES New York 2017 in the Crystal Palace, I think they call it, right? And I'm standing here with Michael from Tegeler Audio.
Yeah.
Manufaktur.
Yeah.
Manufaktur, is that the full name?
Yeah, in German you would say Tegeler Audio Manufaktur.
Okay, let me try that. Tegeler Audio Manufaktur. That's good.
Yeah, it's good.
All right, cool. So you guys are doing some really cool stuff here. I was just recently out in Los Angeles with Warren Hewitt, and he was showing me the Crème compressor EQ, and that thing looks really cool. But I'm seeing moving knobs today over here at your booth. So let's immediately start by showing a picture of moving knobs, shall we? Can we point down at the moving knobs? That's just awesome. You gotta love that. All right, cool. So, Michael, give us a brief overview of what you guys are doing and what you do here.
Yeah, that's the moving knobs is the Schwerkraftmaschine. In English, it's gravity machine, and it's a stereo variable compressor with tubes, transformers, full analog signal path, and it is remote controllable by a plugin. So you have a plugin, VST, audio units, AES, and you can remote control the hardware from this plugin. So you have total recall, and you can automate it in your song.
Okay, so that's interesting. It's fascinating because while the rest of the world might be making hardware to control plugins, you guys are like, forget that, let's make a plugin to control the hardware.
We love the tube sound, and that's why we do hardware. But everyone is working in a DAW with software, and so we thought about how to make it compatible to work together, and then we came up with remote controllable hardware.
When would you want that in the studio? What are some situations? I guess if you're mixing and you want to recall your mix.
Yeah, whenever. Mostly the professionals have the problems. The client comes back after a few weeks and the A&R told me make the vocals more louder or whatever, and then he has to redo the mix. Many professionals say, I would love to work with hardware, I like the sound, but I have to use plugins because of that. I need total recall. And they want to use software, but they have to use. They want to use hardware, but they have to use software. And so we thought that we make it possible to use hardware and to have all the features of the software. The sidechain is digital with the Schwerkraftmaschine, so it can emulate different compression behavior. So it can compress like an opto compressor, like a FET compressor, like a VCA compressor. So the analog, the sound path is analog, but the part that is creating the control voltage for the tubes, that is digital, and so we can have different modes, different compression characters.
Okay, that's very interesting. Well, so why don't you give us a brief overview and show us what some of these different compressors are and the different pieces of equipment.
We also brought a new prototype with us. It's this one. It's called Raumzeitmaschine. It means a space-time machine. It's a tube reverb. It's a room processor. It's not convolution. It's an algorithm. It's very natural sounding and combined with tubes and transformers, so it will give you this nice tube sound in the reverb.
That's cool, man.
And it's also remote controllable by a plugin. So every setting on the reverb is servo controlled.
So I could almost see a scenario where if you had one of these or two of these, but you wanted to use it in a lot of different places, you could find a sound, print it, and then if you wanted to change it later, you could just come back and it will pull up the exact same settings for you and make an adjustment and then reprint it, right?
Yeah, you can do this, yeah.
So that's pretty cool. All right, what else you got here? Show us.
We also have not remote controllable standard analog gear. For example, this is a variable compressor. It's this is a Pultec style Equalizer here on top. Then we have the Creme you already mentioned.
Tell us all about the Creme. I mean, we've heard about it, but tell us more.
The Creme is a combination of a Pultec style EQ reduced to what is useful on a mix bus. For example, the cutting is left out, and you can only boost to 5 dB.
So you've got the EQ knobs here on the top, right?
But it's switchable for easy recall, and you have this VCA compressor here. You have a sidechain filter, and you can change the order of the compressor and the equalizer. and the Creme gives you what you need on the mix bus. A little bit the smile curve and the EQ, so to boost the low and the high a little bit bus compression. So you have this. I say mastering sound already in your mix, so you use it and you know how it sounds after the mastering.
That's very cool. I know that a lot of people like to do that with their mixes. You know, I do that too. I'll put in a little bit of EQ, just kind of like excite the sound a little bit and put some compression on it. So to have it all built in one is very hip.
Mm. It's one of the units you only know it's there if you switch it off.
All right, cool. So anything else in particular you want to show off too?
Yeah, we also have a channel strip, a tube channel strip. That's also a combination of a tube preamp, Pultec style EQ, and two compressors, an opto and a Valve compressor. So you can choose which style of compression you like.
Wow.
And we have a transient shaper and a summy mixer.
All right, cool. So I like that, you know, you also have like some of the meters are old school VU meters, which by the way, we really like those VU meters. That's the same VU meter I like to use on my podcast logo. But it's the classic one. But then you've also got these cool digital VU meters that are way over here on the left.
Yeah,
you got like
because
these.
We show the different modes of the Schwerkraftmaschine in the meter. And you can also change, if you like, it comes with different meters. So if you want to have another one, then...
That's the kids meter right there, I like it.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, Michael, this is some very cool stuff. Is there anything else you want to tell us about what's new with you guys?
What we do is we send everything for testing. If you want to test something in your studio, just register on our website. We will send it to you for 14 days. Test it. If you like it, keep it. If not, send it back.
Wow. That's an awesome thing for you guys to do. So Rockstars, if you want to check out what some really high-end compression, EQ, channel strips sound like, if you're ready to see if what you've been recording could maybe be taken to another level, check out Tegeler Audio and get yourself a demo. How can they find you? What's the website?
The website is it's tegeler-audio-manufaktur.de or .com. Or type Tegeler into Google and then you will find it.
All right, Tegeler. Tegeler. Rockstars, thanks for watching. If you dig this video, you like Tegeler, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and drop a comment in at the bottom of this video. Let us know what you would do with your mix if you had a nice piece of outboard gear like Tegeler.
Okay.
Thanks, Michael. Cheers.
Yeah. Bye.
Ciao.